One of the things that's occurring for so many of us right now as we are moving through the ascension process is that these very, very unconscious programs are starting to boil up and be shown to us. We're starting to look at these unconscious programs that we've lived in and believed for so long. This is because as we shift frequencies within our physical form, we are literally shifting out of the energetic resonance of these programs. And as we do that, it rattles these programs into our awareness. When you start waking up, right, and you start moving through the awakening process, that which was unconscious begins to become conscious. And once it's conscious, you can see it, you can observe it, you can hear it, you can feel it, then it can release. It's literally that simple, the ascension process. As soon as it becomes conscious and you become aware of it, it then begins to release out of you. You don't necessarily have to do all this work in order for it to release through you. So a program that could be coming up right now for you is a lack mentality, right? I never have enough money. I'm always going to have to be working hard. I'm always going to have to be looking at my bank statements and making sure that I have enough. There's always this anxiety that I hold around money. I'm not safe just being able to receive abundance. That's a third dimensional dense consciousness, right? That's a program. And when you start shifting into higher states of consciousness, you start to relax into abundance. But how do you get there? You have to release and see the unconscious third dimensional programs that you've been playing in, which is lack mentality. I never have enough. I'm not safe to just relax and know that abundance is coming to me. So these programs are coming up right now for us to see, which is a beautiful thing, because as we start seeing it, we go, this doesn't feel right. I don't like this. Now, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we were so unconscious that we didn't even realize that we were playing in those programs. They just were a part of our everyday life. We just lived that way. Now we are awakening, we're opening our eyes, we're shifting into higher frequencies, and we're starting to shake up that unconsciousness within us, the programs, the beliefs, the paradigms, and they're being shown to us. Now, as a human, what we do is we judge it. We say, there's something wrong with me. Why am I still feeling this? Why am I still having these thoughts about money or thoughts about work or thoughts about relationships, right? Instead of saying, oh my God, this means that I'm shifting frequencies. This means that the unconscious is becoming conscious so that all I need to do is see it. I just need to observe it. We take the ascension process and make it really difficult. We make it really complex, and it's not. What we need to be aware of is that it's simple. It's just energy shifting from one frequency to the next. It's uncomfortable because it's dense consciousness shifting, right? But all it is energy moving. And so if you can bring awareness to the programs that are really coming up strong right now, right? Around relationships. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm not loved. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm not worthy. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm devalued, whatever that is, right? Or I am supposed to work really hard in order to make any money. I am supposed to be, it's normal. You're supposed to be uncomfortable and unhappy in your job, right? I'm just going to keep doing this job. This is just how the world works, right? These are programs that are held in a third dimensional consciousness, which no longer resonate with many of us. Our bodies are shifting into these higher frequencies. The programs that we have lived in, that our body has consumed in third dimensional consciousness, is not coming with us. And so you're having this dissonance that's happening, where you're still being in or living in these unconscious, becoming conscious programs, as your body is shifting into higher frequencies, and your body's resonance is saying, no more, that doesn't resonate, that doesn't make sense. No, we don't believe that. But the human thinks, well, what am I supposed to do about this? What am I supposed to do? How do I shift this? How do I change this, right? The message here, you guys, is that All you need to do is recognize from an observer's perspective what's happening, which is the unconscious is becoming conscious. I am observing this. I am shifting frequencies. And I have to remember that the unconscious that's coming up, that is now conscious, that doesn't necessarily feel good, that I don't like believing in or buying into, is dissolving out of me. And all I need to do is recognize that this is no longer my truth. This is no longer my reality. It's not true. What is true? That I am stepping into abundance. Is that going to be easy for me? No, right? But that's what's happening. That's a fourth and fifth dimensional consciousness, is allowing yourself to receive abundance without recognizing or understanding where it's going to come from. It's realizing that the paradigm or program that I am loved if I am in a relationship, that I am worthy if I'm in a relationship, is dissolving. And it becomes, I am worthy and loved just by being me. And if there is a relationship that comes in, it is going to balance me, right? And it's not about trying to get something from that relationship, right? These are all third dimensional programs shifting and moving out of you so that you can hold these higher dimensional ways of being, right? That's all it is. So the unconscious is coming up. You're becoming conscious of it. And there's nothing to do but observe it and recognize, oh, this isn't me anymore. Okay, this isn't me anymore. What is it that I am stepping into, right? So can you start to see 3D consciousness, 4 and 5D consciousness programs, and me stepping into these higher frequency ways of being? That's what's happening right now, right? The caterpillar to the butterfly kind of analogy. And I don't have to do anything. Take the pressure off of you, right? Take the pressure off. There's nothing we need to do other than be aware. Oh, an old program. It's shuffling out of me. What's the new program I'm stepping into? Abundance. I'm safe being alone. I don't need a relationship to complete me, right? I can be in a career or a job that brings me joy, right? These are going to push up against your old beliefs. That's okay. Keep going. Keep moving. Keep trusting, right? The body's resonance and vibration is moving you into these new ways of being. But we have been programmed and we've lived so long in the older ways of being that of course it makes sense that it's going to be challenging to move out of it. Give ourselves a break, right? Of course it's challenging. We have such high expectations of ourselves, right? I should be in 5D consciousness. I should be in this new earth kind of vibration and frequency. You've been living in these older ways of being and consciousnesses and programs for so long. And it may take some time to step into this. It doesn't happen overnight. Your body just doesn't jump you into. You can't just shift and convince yourself that you're in these higher frequencies and living in these new ways. It takes a process, a metamorphosis, okay? So right now, as these unconscious programs, beliefs, and paradigms, right, start to unravel and become conscious, that's the ascension process. You're in it right now, right? Don't think that you have to do anything other than, wow, remember and recognize this is me ascending. This is me shifting frequencies. Can I not get upset with myself? Can I love myself? Can I have compassion for myself? Can I recognize that I am a badass, that I'm a rock star, that I am doing this no matter what my ego is going to tell me? I'm doing it. And so you hold the higher frequencies and consciousnesses that you're stepping into, okay? If lack is coming up, or fear of being alone, or I'm not worthy of being by myself, or I'm never going to have a career or a job that brings me joy and that provides abundance, whatever these old things are, let them come up. Be the observer. It's unconscious, revealing itself as consciousness, and your job as the ascending human is to just see it, love you, and let it release. Just bring awareness to it and let it release out of you. It will release. The ascension process is like holding a microscope to every now moment. And you are literally dissecting every second of your day now. So you're going to feel like you've lost your mind and are going crazy. That's part of it because it's called awakening. When you wake up out of the unconscious, you become acutely aware of every now moment. Every now moment. And that requires you to have so much compassion for yourself because you're going to feel the unconscious rise up. You're going to feel yourself moving into higher frequencies. You're going to still feel unconsciousness rising up, which is uncomfortable, right? And you're going to allow yourself to just move through this metamorphosis like this until eventually you've practiced enough that you're able to hold the higher frequencies in every now. And who knows how long that will take, but you're practicing, right? You're practicing. So be aware of what's coming up. Remember that you're not it. Remember that it's not your fault. You've been living in this dense consciousness, the 3D consciousness with programs and paradigms and belief systems your whole life. So it's going to take some time and patience to shuffle it out. It doesn't happen overnight, okay? And you're doing it by bringing awareness, opening the eyes. Holy cow, the unconscious is becoming conscious. And the key is to remember that you are not that anymore and that your resonance is showing you that by the dissonance that you're having, which is, oh my God, that doesn't feel good anymore. Hallelujah. That means I'm shifting. And what am I shifting into? The higher consciousnesses, abundance, joy, peace, freedom, alignment, all of the things that we all talk about. Okay? So just have patience with yourself. Love the hell out of yourself as you're doing this. And remember, all it is bringing the unconscious into the conscious, and you love yourself through it, and you remember this is the ascension. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here on the earth plane right now. This is no joke. This is a roller coaster ride. Our seatbelts are on, and you're all doing it. Compassion, compassion, compassion for yourself. I love you.